Well, we continue with our experiment, taking a look at what is on Elon's mind, at least to the extent that he exposes it on X. And he is posting every single day. And right now, a lot of the posts today wasn't a tremendous amount of posts today, and a lot of it had to do with promoting X. So anyway, it starts out with this. Thomas Slabbers says, this trend of increasing ad costs and decreasing return on ad spend on Meta has been noticeable for a while and seems to only be worsening. Meta's decision to automate ad targeting with their pixel is part of the problem. Pixels are getting weaker as we are moving away from cookies, leaving advertisers with no control over ad relevance and reach on Meta. No surprise that we are onboarding so many new advertisers to X now. Then Elon responds, yeah, then advertise on X. That would be the solution. By the way, I know that was a lot of, what would you call it, industry speak. I get it because I'm an advertiser. Yeah, a lot of people are having issues with some of these other platforms, including Meta, because of the ways that they seem to be making it harder to reach your audience and at the same time charging you more. So anyway, that was the first one. Now we switch over to Brazil, which of course has been a big part of Elon's conversation the last couple of days. This is from CB_Doge, DOGE. He says, Brazil has filed many appeals, some of which have been pending for more than a year. There are 42 cases where they have filed appeals and received no response. Additionally, they have 3 motions for clarification awaiting of response. Elon Musk says the appeal process is a sham. So this is this ongoing issue with this Supreme Court justice who seems to have taken over leadership in Brazil and, is apparently, according to this, not even responding to various appeals that are being put forward for people that have been jailed without any kind of trial. Okay, so then we have this from Nikolai Tang 1. It says, tune into our podcast with Elon Musk. It for sure created some buzz. So you may have seen the podcast the other day with Nikolai. I found it to be just same old, but for you, maybe you haven't seen a lot of Elon's interviews. I would say that it was conducted more effectively and efficiently than some of the interviews I've seen. So if you haven't seen a lot of interviews with Elon, that might be a good one to go back and take a look at. All right, then back to advertising for X. CB_Doge again says, if you're still advertising your brand on Meta platforms, you might want to see this. And this was from The Guardian. It says, Meta documents show 100,000 kids sexually harassed daily on Facebook and Instagram. So their automated system has been glitchy for weeks, and advertisers are suing Meta for allegedly inflating ad viewership in $7 billion lawsuit. And Meta advertisers claim sales are down and costs are up due to glitchy automated system. And then Elon responds to that and says, our advertising relevance has greatly improved. All right, so then Sean McGuire, and that's how he goes on, that's his handle on X. He says, I heard 2 anecdotes this week from advertisers getting their first strong return on investment advertising on X over the last month. And then Doge responds to that. He says, I strongly recommend all brands to advertise on X. On average, brands see 59% sales contributions on X compared to only 16% on other total social media. Users are engaged with the brands more than ever, for 63% more likes, 20% more reposts, 14% more views, and 6% more impressions on average. And he says, X is a brand-friendly place. And Elon responded, he responded, X is a brand-friendly place. And then Seth Dillon says, one of the few companies that I don't mind getting an invoice from is X, and Elon reposted. Then we went on to Elon reposting. This is a repost from Tesla on X. New Model S plaid sports seats. If you want to know what if you know what high G cornering means, these seats are for you. So I'm assuming I have not been participating in that kind of racing. So if you're cornering, you're going to have G's, if you're doing that cornering at high speeds. And so a seat that takes that into account would be great. So these new seats, these plaid sport seats, I don't think they're plaid in color. I think they're for a plaid vehicle. Provide increased lateral support, modular seat architecture for comfort and support, plus same 12-way power adjust, heating and ventilation, of course, high performance suede for increased grip and reduced weight. So there's an advertisement for a new product on from Tesla. This is from the House Judiciary GOP. They go on X, they're just Judiciary GOP. They put out a new poll. Should Joe Biden and the FBI be able to spy on you without a warrant? The poll response was yes, 9%, no, 91%. But that seems like that would be a good idea. Elon Musk says, I'm sorry, he just reposted that. Okay, then Elon says here that the Model S and X plaid, quote, parentheses, meaning beyond ludicrous speed, finished parentheses, are sublime. And then of course, Elon has been meeting with Javier Milei. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, M-I-L-E-I. He's been meeting with him, and Elon posted a picture of the two of them, and then he says, Libertad. And again, I don't know how to speak Portuguese. No, that would be Brazil. I'm sorry, Argentina would be Spanish. Libertad, it should be Libertad, yeah. And then Javier says, Viva la Libertad Carajo. C-A-R-A-J-O, not sure what the translation for that is. And Elon says, to an exciting and inspiring future. Well, I couldn't agree with that more. I'm looking forward to a big, exciting, and inspiring future from Elon. And actually, I'm pretty impressed with what Javier is doing down there in Argentina so far. They haven't been able to bring the inflation rate down very much yet, but they are making some progress. He's certainly ruffling feathers and creating chaos, but sometimes you need to do that when the country was out of control, and it really was out of control. So what do you think of the format? I know there wasn't a lot today, but each day I'm just going to report what I see. I can't add to it or subtract from it. I'm going to give you exactly what Elon tweets. I'm sorry, did I say tweets? Exactly what he posts with commentary, of course. All right, let me know below in the comments. Do you like the format? Should I keep it up? What should I change? Anything I should do differently? And other than that, please stay tuned, because in about 2 hours, you're going to hear what, according to Cern Basher, this is the best presentation he's ever done. This talks about the ramifications of robotaxi that are far beyond the money. That's going to be up in about 2 hours. Later tonight, I will not have Larry. It'll be me alone. I hope that you won't stop watching just because I don't have Larry tonight. Larry's going to join me in the morning. At least that's the way it looks right now. And we're going to go over a lot of cool stuff over this past week, and I'm sure it'll be great. And then what else do we have today? That's it. That's what we have. That's what's coming up. So please like it, subscribe, hit notify, all that jazz, and then join Patreon. And I will sign off. And it has been great talking to you.